It's going to be Lostik versus Lotus Gaming. Haven't seen Lotus Gaming today yet, Bacon. So even here, so deep in the tournament, we're still going to see some new faces.
Yeah, Lotus Gaming right here. Emin, 96, Karan, Pete, Setiv? Don't know. And Wild Boy Fire. Those are the lads on Lotus Gaming. Of course, Lostik, we've already seen Pyre, Italy, and Maisie. We'll see that match as well after this break. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second semi-final after this.
Hallo? Hallo, hören Sie mich? Ich brauche dringend Hilfe. Wir haben einen Unfall gehabt.
Ja, er ist noch bei Bewusstsein, aber er hat starke Schmerzen.
Ich weiss nicht, wo wir sind.
Okay, ich habe Ihren Standort.
Bitte machen Sie schnell.
Keine Sorge, Sie sind in guten Händen.
Danke. Vielen Dank.
Egal wo, egal wann. Echte Hilfe ist immer an Ihrer Seite.
Welcome back, guys. We're moving on into our last semi-final of the day. It is, of course, Lostik going up against Lotus Gaming. Jam, we've seen Lostik earlier on. They had to do a little bit of redemption story, didn't they? They looked a little bit hot and cold at stages. But Lotus Gaming, we haven't seen yet, have we?
This is going to be our first foray into Lotus Gaming. Excited to see how they're going to do. They've defeated Blue Beavers, a team that we have seen previously. That series actually went to 3 games. So for Lotus Gaming, this might be a tough road over here. They also defeated Tcs Esports and Dream Triple Air to get to this point. Of course, Lostik played against Prime Esports, and that was a tough battle. Here, one step away from the finals, this could be do or die. Again, they will drop down to the losers bracket in the case that one of these teams loses this matchup, and there's still going to be a second chance. But you want to reduce the amount of deaths, so to speak, in any ways possible. Still, this is the other semifinal, and we're expecting the game to be as fast as it was in our first one that we were seeing just moments ago.
Yep, so let's get this underway. Another best of 3 for your eyes only out there, Twitch chat. Lotus Gaming in the orange, Lostik in the blue. 5 minutes on the clock, 20 seconds already gone on by. Let's see what these two teams can throw at us. Karan already getting nice and aggressive into the attack. Maze not able to do much in defense there against the oncoming pressure. Emin over to the side, but no, that's a gentle little whiff. Italy gonna be able to pick up on that as the ball moves down into center. Karan, it's got a little bit of a tricky 50-50. Paella knocks that into the middle. You can see already, Jam, a very cautious opener.
I would like to submit a complaint, Bacon. The fact is, this is the first game. A minute has passed. Nobody has scored a goal. I'm disappointed. I've come here specifically for goals being scored in opening 7 seconds most of the time, and yet this is the effect of the playstyle that both teams have adapted. This is cautious. This is careful. This is you don't have to take risks. This is the first game. We don't need to be too crazy. And while the game is still tight, let's see what our opponent does, and let's see if we can perhaps react to what our opponent does. Try to catch them on a mistake. Try to force them in an awkward position, and then we can show our best ways. It's trying to do something like that, and now that pressure on the flank begins. Let's see if they can continue setting something up. A miss, and Lostik put themselves in an awkward position by not clearing the ball out of their own half. Missing in Italy, that's not pressure, but the angle was not right, and that clear could actually been a goal. if it would be just a tad more precise.
Well, that's sort of what we want to see in the opening minutes of a game like this, where it is the semi-finals. You want these two teams to realize that the weight is on. Like, these two teams are one game away from a qualification match. That is massive. Don't just put risk on when it's not needed. Gron steps up to the ball, 50-50, comes out, peaks with the back pass. Emin, we've seen him in previous qualifiers and what he can do, and he is definitely the star player of this Lotus side. Maze follows that through. Nice display of skills. He gets that pass, Pete, downfield and into the attack.
Emin gave Maze a lot of space on that approach. Obviously not seeing the same thing we're seeing, the fact that Maze was out of boost. And that 50-50 in the end does go Lotus Gaming's way. So far, still not able to say that one team has been going out, but this is a pass that we've seen from Lostik previously, and Lotus Gaming doing the same setup. A player on the flank ready for a pass, ready to boom it straight on target. So far, both teams have shown that they're capable of dealing with those kind of passes. Gonna set up another play. See Maisie waiting, needing to go for that ball, and oh wow, Italy! Did he outplay himself? Nobody got the save for that one. Even Pietz, who was in the net in that top corner, didn't get the credit for that one. That's a shame if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued right now. Look at Lotus Gaming in their defense jam. It is very slow. It is very controlled. They know what they're doing. And it all comes down to the attacker Lostik to throw that wonky. They've got to put a little bit more effective pressure on down. Really make Lotus question how they're going to defend the ball, but that's an up and over. Italy looking for the pass out. The player doesn't connect. No, they're going to have to try again.
This could indeed be the answer for Lostik to sort of increase the degree of the game, so to speak. And because right now, when Lotus Gaming has the time to play slow, it can be incredibly effective. I've seen Grand Champs who are just so efficient with their boosts, so efficient with their movements. Some players, at some point, players are thinking, we need to play fast to win. Sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes you need to be calculated with all of your movements, and it works just as well, if not better. That's seemingly what currently helping Lotus Gaming. But for Lostik, I feel like there's a little bit of pressure, and that cautious playstyle will have to get changed. Otherwise, Lotus Gaming will just not have enough pace to run behind Lostik.
There was a brilliant little close one there. A meme post put out on Tuesday on the subreddit, as of course everyone knows Tuesday is meme day on the Rocket League Esports subreddit, and it proved the it was just basically saying you don't need to have fancy mechanics like flip resets, air dribbles to be able to climb the ranks to get good at Rocket League. It's more about the mental rotations, placement of your shots. And looking at Lotus, they have got that down to a T. They're holding off Lostik to the wire here. 0-0 overtime. 5 minutes went past super quick, and Maze is looking to prod the defense. A good response from Emin.
Nothing. Oh, another one. We've seen an opportunity like that at the end of the regulation, and now Lostik is trying it again. It's again beaten by their nemesis, which is the crossbar and the woodwork in general. This is the first time today, Bacon, that we've seen no goals being scored in the opening 5 minutes. And with the way that both teams have decided to gear themselves for this matchup, we might yet to see this go for a long time. Gears yourself up, everyone. Both of the teams just turning this into a little bit of a game of chess. This could be an opportunity. Pietz.
Oh, wow.
Well, everyone gets beaten, but Pietz to manage to set him up all by himself. Nobody on the backboard. Italy by this. I'm not even sure what Italy has been doing, really, in that position. Just really delaying his jump for a really long time. Trying to get it at the very lowest point where he can. But that forced everyone from Lostik into a spot where defending that shot was going to be a tough task. Someone really should have been in the net facing the ball. But by that point, everyone that idea perhaps have crossed their mind. It was already too late. I told a lie, Bacon. This wouldn't have been a long overtime. This has gone pretty fast, and we're going into game number 2 immediately.
We are indeed. No waiting around, because we have a series to play. Lostik already clearly knowing the answer to their problems. They've got to pick up the pace, I think, here, Jam. Put the pressure on Lotus, who are a little bit too comfortable, aren't they?
They are feeling well themselves. Again, playing their normal play style. Oh, Koran! What? I'm not sure what the plan was, because I'm pretty sure Koran was not getting that ball. If he was getting that ball, he would have been getting that ball not on targets. It's hard to say. It was a great chance. But this was a smokescreen, I feel like, thrown for Piet. And speaking of Piet, the whole chat right now is singing praises. Everyone is in there. Everyone is... I had not seen chat this active for the whole day, and chat was pretty good, but the amount of support that Piet is currently getting is tremendous.
So, clearly fan favorites coming on through Lotus Gaming. Of course, known in the Swiss scene, and this, of course, is that at its fullest. Lotus wanting to make their way through to the Tcs Esports League. They've got to win this game first before they even get to qualification match. 4:20 still left on the clock. It's only been one goal, and that's going to be an equalizer. Maze going to be scoring it, and we're on 1-1.
Beautiful touch, just flying past. Man, I'm loving when you can just be a little bit more inventive in how you get to the ball to get that extra angle that would have been possible if you'd been straight up flying at him. And Maisie utilizing that to the fullest.
So still tons of time. Oh, and Italy not going to be able to pull off an attack like he used to. It feels very subdued compared to Season 1, even Season 2 here, Jam. Italy, like I said, having to fall back more into the defensive structure, but he was always strongest on the attack, and we've seen glimmers of that here tonight. Caron off the backboard. He's not going to be able to get onto an Emin, just throwing this forward, keeping that pressure going, but that 50-50 not helpful at all to the Lotus side. Caron does good to get that way. Emming with the follow-up, and that's a little bit of safety, a bit of time to work out, but look at this. Lostik really pulling in that aggression like I asked for, Jam.
They're bringing in Italy with that block. If only somebody from Lostik would have been in front of the net, but there was really no reason to place anyone so close. Almost no chances to get anything out of that situation. Beautiful setup, but as good as it was, nobody really was able to get anything out of it. Italy now just looking for a boost and looking for a flare. This slowed down the game immensely. But in this situation, it's Lostik who can continue setting up their plays. Gotta beware of clears. Current won't be able to do anything. He has a teammate in support. And with a well-placed bump, I said Koran can't do anything. That was some great patience shown. At this point, 0 boost. Nothing. Nothing to his net. 12 boost. Okay, let's go with that one. He delays it just enough in Maze. He had the whole situation in front of him. It's Koran who was forced to just go for it and hope for the best. And Maze couldn't get anything out of it, and Koran did. I'm amazed. No pun intended. But Lotus Gaming, right now back, even only for a second. It's a 2-2 bacon. I can't even stop talking about the first goal when the second one already happens. Brilliant.
There is so little separating these two teams. I'm loving the symmetry there. 2-2, 4-2-2. It was meant to be. The script is brilliant for this one. And these two teams are currently writing it right now. Emin not going to be able to get past Maze. Koran taking it on his own, and unfortunately he's handed it on over. Italy closing down the distance and coming out with the reward.
Koran just didn't have enough momentum going on forward. That drag was really slow. He was trying to get back on it. If only he has stayed with it, in the end he ducks underneath it with as the gravity pulls him down, and it was all for Italy to put it on target. He went straight from his own net, straight from his own corner on the side of the field. Still managed to get there in time. Lotus Gaming are giving up some easy attempts for Lostik, and Lostik are taking every single one of them.
Oh, of course they're going to, aren't they? Every opportunity right now is worth so much to make it through to the Tcs Esports League. And, well, we know straight away that Lostik, all 3 members alumni. They recognize their worth. Lotus stepping up to the plate. Corin doing that as well. That's not the best save ever. Viola just scrambling right now, but Maze comes to the rescue. Gets that out. Gets that downfield. Looking to get that in front of goal, but no, Corin will deny. Italy steps up. Ball high. Viola finishes off. No. Gets that out and to safety.
Ooh, they needed a second player. This was Piet's ball to take, but he decided in that situation, better play it safe. Would have been a wonderful opportunity for the side of Lotus Gaming. Instead, it turns out on the other end. Not the first time we see this today, Bacon. A chance on one side of the field, then gets turned around. Prey is somehow getting that second touch, and then it can only be amounted to yet another own goal. Unfortunate touch as the clear comes in through. This might be a record. This might be a record for own goals in whatever kind of the tournament. We've seen too many today. And some of these might count you the games. Those can turn into the series. 60 seconds for the side of Lotus Gaming. Another unfortunate pinch, and this goes on target. And Lostik have brought the series back to a tie. Yes, 55 seconds, but this is undoable. No, that's another own goal. That's not even a touch from Maisie. Bacon. What is it? What is it in the air, in the drinks, in the ground? Just how many more are we going to see?
The drinks in the ground, Jan?
Yes,
there is
drink
definitely something in the air right now, and it is own goal crazy going on today. But that is the sheer panic. I talked about it earlier. How much these games, every single goal is worth. And some teams, unfortunately, struggle with that pressure. Yet on the ball, Italy picks it on up. Yeah, with 30 seconds left, this is definitely looking like we're going to game 3. We've seen enough of those today. I don't think it's stopping anytime soon, though, Jam. Nearly one for the road. Yet sends that across, but defense is locked on down. Game 3 now is secure.
The Piet's chants are slightly died down because he is no longer being that ultra carry for the team. And yeah, the whole of the Lotus now needs to step up. This has been a spanking from the side of Lostik, but it only makes the semifinal even more exciting. The fervor with which both teams are currently playing, the level of play, the stakes that are currently on the line, everything is on point. And I'm loving seeing it. We're not even in the finals just yet. That's going to be later. That's going to be later on when two Benzos, one immigrant is going to be playing either against Lostik or Lotus Gaming. And then, of course, that one last final chance for teams in the losers bracket against some familiar faces. I'm pretty sure we're going to see pretty sure we're going to see one of both of the semifinal teams fighting. Right now, Mountain Hunters and Team Septic are, Mountain Hunters haven't won their matchup against Salamanca just yet. Actually, I might refresh and see what's happening. Yep, they're still on their way there. Oh, but this is worthy of a semifinal, and this is looking great. And this is so back and forth that I'm still struggling to give one team a real advantage. We're seeing teams bringing the highest of the highs, and then all of a sudden being slapped right down to the ground and brought to the lowest of the lows. Game number 3. I'm excited. I'm pretty sure the Twitch chat has been, they've been banging all these shouts and everything. Yeah. Props to you, Twitch chat. You have been on fire. Please continue to be on so. I hope you're enjoying this gameplay as much as we are. Once again, don't forget, there's more of this to come. On Monday, the Tcs Esports League will be continuing their Season 4 with even better plays from the top 10 teams in the Swiss League. And next qualifier, Bacon, when is that going to be? Yes, indeed. Could it be Friday the 15th?
It is Friday the 15th.
Wow.
Under 2 weeks from now is the Challenger Cup 2. 2 more spots up for grabs on top of the 2 from today and make it into Season 5 of the TCS Esports League. And like you said, Jam, tune in tomorrow night to see the actual teams that are currently playing in Season 4 of the TCS Esports League. But without further ado, let's hop on into Game 3. It is do or die for the upper bracket chance to make it on through. And looking at this right now, Lostik, they found the answer, but Lotus, they're looking for redemption. They could come back any second. 5 more minutes on the clock. Italy, Maze, and Paella in the blue of Lostik face on up against Emin, Karan, and Pietz of Lotus Gaming. And Lostik with Maze. 5 seconds is all he needs to put a stamp onto game 3.
Oh, Maisie, brilliant 50-50 down to Paella winning that follow-up. You could even say all 3 of the players from Lostik have participated in this one. Kickoff, cheat up, and then of course the cleanup in that situation. All right, I'm rotating my complaint about quick goals. There's one, and the ultimate game to boot. I mean, I'm satisfied. Let's see what else they can bring in through Lostik. Needs this win like fire. Pietz, oh, he doesn't reach it. Had enough boost, it feels like. Haven't even used all of it. But just a little awkward on the angle. The chat is still alive. Once again alive with a shout of Lotus Gaming and Pietz. They want to see their carry. Open net. The Maze is there, solid.
Don't know how Pietz got that demo right there. Didn't seem like it was going fast enough, but hey-oh. It will be fine. You can definitely see Lostik looking to continue with the attacks. Emin, good throw downfield. Karan, sorry, I have to point out, did you see how low he was flying? Is there even a point of wasting a boost at that point? Just front flip, continue downfield. That is definitely, and we talked about it earlier, the show of the amount of pressure that is on these 2 teams right now, where you make those silly little decisions where you think you need to get up in the air and then you hover it quite close. You need to keep catching up. You don't want to lose track of that ball. And, well, it can lead to some slip-ups in defense. Don't get me wrong, the demo is good. But Karan, a little bit panicked.
Pressure's getting to Lotus Gaming. They need to gather themselves together. Or at least try to create something of the sort. We're now down 1 minute and a little bit more than 20 seconds. Lotus Gaming down by 3.
Oh, no.
They are not getting the touches. The fact is, by this point, they haven't got a single shot. They've only got 1 save. Lostik only got 4 shots, but the matter of fact is, 3 of them were not even contested. Yes, the bumps are coming into play, but plays like this, straight off the kickoff, this is really ringing a lot of alarm bells in Lotus Gaming's defense. And Chad is now not happy about their team's performance. Current is getting the goal in the same style as Lostik have been getting them. Great read and just quickly up in time. Not enough time for Lostik to really reset himself and think, all right, we need to get back in the normal phase. Usually that comes with a little bit of time, not straight after you go from kickoff. I think that's what Corin got them. Brilliant shot as well. That gives them 3-1. But the fact is, Lotus have already conceded 3. 2 is doable, but to give yourself such a disadvantage at the very start, they either really want to showcase their skill, or, well, that wasn't actually in their hands, and right now they are at mercy of Lostik.
They are indeed, but 3 minutes to get 2 goals is very doable, Jam. However, look at Lostik continuing this attack. Italy needs to step on in. Beats out Corin. Maze can't get a touch. Emin clears off to the side. Paella hits that high into the corner. That's bouncing in front of net. Emin keeps that out. Yates is uncomfortable looking for Corin. That does get that block. That is massive right now. Corin gets a bump as well. Can anyone chase up onto it? No is the answer as Paella gets that off to safety and will look to get that around to the midfield. Maze being delivered the ball from his opponents. This has been a little bit touch and go.
No!
Into the crossbar and out. Lucky boys Lotus as they stay alive.
Oh, Corin and whoever that was on the flank just trying to get to the ball first, bumping each other out of the way in the end. They still managed to keep the possession. Wow, that is a wild block. Pietz, I know exactly what he was doing, but in that situation, man, is it dangerous to throw that, especially knowing that your opponent can beat you and send the ball down there. Close, incredibly close. Not enough boost for Pietz to get onto in the attack. Lotus Gaming is pressuring, but that pressure is also showing the tracks another 50. How are Lostik getting those wins? It's improbable, and yet they're still getting them. Emin just a tad too deep on that flank allows Italy. That's a 50, that's a dunk, that's whatever you might want to call it. That's a 4-1. Lotus Gaming just can't catch a break.
No, they can't. So 3 goals needed once again. Only about a minute and a half to do it. 30 seconds goal is possible. But it is a tough task. And, well, Lotus, looking at their communication, only have themselves to blame. This is the true challenge. The proof. The trial to see if they're worthy to make it through to TCS. Torrent on the ball. Demo coming out, and that is vital. Second goal coming out for Lotus on their path to redemption.
Pietz knew the best chances are not gonna come, especially if Goran has called him out, said, no, I just can't grab it. Right now I just don't have enough speed. I can't send it to you. So Pietz chooses the next best avenue. He sees, all right, Italy's approaching. Italy's about to save it. Nope, you're not gonna do that. That's, I think, for Pietz as good as it gets, still with donuts on the scoreboard. But that almost counts as a pass. They only need to also be wary of the defense. Italy can also get revenge. A bump from Italy coming on Pietz, but Pietz staying strong. Actually, I do believe that was Emin while I was watching. In the end, Lotus Gaming still somehow managed to survive, but that is not the clear they've been looking for. That is the net that is horribly empty, and that is all their effort once again crossed out.
It is indeed. And at this point, I think that's the final nail in the coffin here, Jam. Like, twice now, they've got goals, and twice it's just been responded to so swiftly. Lostik have got themselves a place in the finals with that securing them.
It's undeniable. Look at what they have. Look at what they have put. What a performance they have put. 12 shots, 6 goals. The fact is, Lostik have managed to find a shot every single time Lotus defense was not there. Every single time there was the smallest of the openings to get the ball through. Lostik did it. And this is a conversion rate that many of the teams are dreaming about. For Lostik, this is reality. For Lotus Gaming, this is a nightmare. After really showing, okay, can we do this? Yeah, this is looking doable. We are the old guard. Let's see what we can do. Never to be Lostik. And now it's going to be the ones. It continues on. Not a 7-1, a 7-2. And it is turning ugly. But by this point, these are only numbers. These are only just extra points on the board. Another goal or two that you can be proud of. There's no question about who is going into to the finals, and that's going to be Lostik. Because whatever Lotus Gaming have been doing carefully, thought through, perhaps a little bit more conservatively that they needed to, Lostik has answered all of that with their unrivaled aggression. And what a result. And yeah, perhaps now they need to bring trucks on board. Actually, they don't. What am I saying?
No, they Trucks is the sub, and purely from this game alone, he will remain the sub because Lostik finally have come to fruition.
Hey, you never know. You never know. If this is what Lostik can do without trucks, imagine what they can do with them. It's going to be like double digits in goals.
See, that's like a kind of glass half full, half empty mindset, isn't it? Like, if this is how they play without him, what do they do? Anywho, we know what they can.